the first part is introduction. Pharmacy Al-Arif Budiman is a community pharmacy that provides healthcare service and medicine to the community. It manages various records, including patient prescription, inventory, financial, supplier, employee, and administrative record to support daily operation. Effective record management ensure efficient operation, regulatory compliance, protection of patient information, and quality healthcare service. Proper record keeping also promotes accountability and reduces the risk of information loss, prescription errors, service delay, and legal issue. So let's move to objective of the research. So objective of the research is include evaluating the techniques applied to record management and file planning, evaluating the effectiveness of record appraisal of the organization, evaluating the benefits and weaknesses of the existing record management process, and the last one is proposing modification which will enhance the process efficiency. This is the vision and mission part. So let's look into the vision first. So the vision of Pharmacy Al Arif is to create the largest and most respected chains of community pharmacies in Malaysia. Meanwhile, the mission of the Pharmacist Al Arif is to establishing community pharmacies across the Malaysia, giving the investors and shareholder rewarding experience, giving our skilled employees to the best career development path, showing halalan thayyiban in the products and service we provide, and the last one is to become the primary source of health and wellness in the community. For the next part is methodology. So, for this case study, the method that we have used is qualitative research method. So, we use this method to gain an in-depth understanding of record management practice. So, this case study was conducted at Pharmacy at Arif. So, from this qualitative research method, the data was collected through observation, like examine daily record keeping activities and filling practice, and also through the semi-structured interview, like gather detailed information from pharmacy staff. For the aim is to examine the pharmacy file planning and develop appraisal practice and identity areas for improvement. For the qualitative research method, we have used two tools. The first one is observation and the second one is interview. So, so first of all, let's see at observation. So, from the observation, we have seen the daily record management activity, like observe how pharmacy staff handle records during daily operation, including filing, retrieving, and updating the records. The next one is examine physical digital records, like review records such as invoice, consignment file, petty cash records, stock take document, and the drug list stored in Google Docs or Google Drive. The third one is observe filing and storage practice, like examine how physical records were organized in folder while digital records were maintained using Google Drive for easy access. And the last one is to verify interview finding, like compare the observation result with the staff interview response to ensure the records management practice reflect the actual workflow in the pharmacy. So let's move to the second tool, which is semi-structured interview. So for this tool, it was conducted with pharmacy staff responsible for records. Like interview were carried out to understand the pharmacy records, management practice, and daily record keeping procedure. So from this, we have discussed record management processes, including the record classification, storage and retrieval, retention and disposal, record appraisal, and record maintenance. So, the key from the finding is package records were organized by month for easier financial tracking. Invoices were filled according to date to support daily operation and audits. Consignment records were arranged alphabetically by supplier name for quick retrieval, and the drug list was maintained using Google Drive. Allow staff to update and access information efficiently.
Correspondence management is the process of handling all incoming and outgoing documents within an organization. These documents include letters, invoice, purchase order, delivery document, and other operational records. An effective correspondence management system will help ensure that documents are properly organized, easily accessible, and support smooth communication in daily operation. At Pharmacy Al-Arif, the mail management process begins with a routine stock check to identify products that need to be replenished so that staff can prepare an order list and generate an invoice, which is carefully reviewed before being sent to the supplier. After the supplier process, the order can deliver the goods. So, the staff inspect the quantity, quality, and condition of the item by comparing them with invoice. Once everything is verified, a good receipt note or GRN is issued to confirm that the goods have been received correctly. Based on our findings, Pharmacy Al-Arif manage both physically and digital correspondence. So documents are received through physical mail, courier service, and WhatsApp. So with WhatsApp, being the main communication platform used with supplier and customer. So important documents are organized into dedicated folder such as the warehouse, folder, document folder, and deliver order folder. It making them easier to retrieve when needed. However, the pharmacy still relies on a manual filing system because it does not use an official logbook or an electronic correspondence tracking system. So one of the main challenges identified is invoice discrepancies, where the information on the invoice does not match the goods delivered. So in this situation, staff need to contact the supplier to obtain a corrected invoice, which may delay the documentation process. Overall, the current correspondence management system is simple but effective in supporting the pharmacy daily administrative and procurement activities. As been shown in this slide, it shows the flowchart of mail management application at Pharmacy Al-Arif. So, the order management process at Pharmacy Al-Arif begins with a routine stock check to identify products that need to be replenished. Staff prepare an order list based on inventory level and sale demand before creating and reviewing the invoice for accuracy. So the invoice is then sent to the supplier for processing. Once the goods are delivered, staff verify the quantity, quality, and condition of the items by comparing them with the invoice. After the verification is complete, a good receipt note GRN is issued as official proof that the goods have been received. This process helps ensure accurate documentation, effective inventory control, and efficient procurement activity at Pharmacy Al-Arif. First, file management is a process of organizing, storing, protecting, and retrieving records so that important information can be accessed efficiently. At Pharmacy Al-Arif, several types of files are maintained, including consignment file, petty cash file, invoice file, staff detail files, medication list, and order list file. Each file has a specific purpose and support the pharmacy daily administrative and operational activity. Next, the file handling process consists of 3 stages. First is retrieval, verification, and refiling. When order item arrive, staff retrieve the relevant file, verify the delivery goods against the supporting documents, and finally return the file to its designated storage location. This process helps ensure that records remain accurate, organized, and easy to retrieve. For five classification at Pharmacy Al-Arif, they use 2 categories, which is sulit and terbuka. So for sulit files, it's contain confidential staff information and can only be accessed by authorized personnel. Meanwhile, terbuka files such as invoice, consignment, petty cash and order list file are used for daily operation and can be accessed by employees when it require. So regarding to electronic files, the pharmacy use Google Drive to store digital records and to particularly the medication list. Although this provides convenience access, the current system is not fully structured, which it may affect file organization and retrieval. So finally, physical file storage is managed using lever arch file that is placed on open office shelf. However, several challenges were identified in this pharmacy, including a limited storage space, the absence of environmental controls, manual filing practice and security risk due to the lack of lockable storage. So therefore, improvement in file organization and storage would further enhance record management at Pharmacy Al-Arif. So next, I will present the strengths and weakness of record management at Pharmacy Al-Arif. First, let us look at the strengths. Pharmacy Al-Arif has a clear physical file classification system. So different types of files are organized using suitable methods such as alphabetical, chronological, and monthly arrangement, making documents easier to locate and improving daily work efficiency. The pharmacy also demonstrates good compliance with the National Archives Act 203 X 629 by following proper record management practice to ensure important records are preserved and handled appropriately. In addition, the pharmacy has started using Google Drive to store digital records, including medication lists and staff documents. So this provides easy access to information and reduce dependence on paper records. Another strength is the classification of record into sulit and terbuka file. This system protects confidential information while allowing employees to access operational documents when required. So despite these strengths, several weaknesses were identified. So the digital filing system is not well structured, which may cause difficulties in locating files and managing document versions. The pharmacy also does not have a dedicated record room, and physical files are stored on open shelf. It's creating space limitation and increasing security risk. In addition, the branch relies entirely on headquarters to determine record retention and disposals, limiting the branch involvement in appraisal decisions. Finally, correspondence is managed manually without an electronic tracking system, making it more difficult to monitor documents and increasing the possibility of delay when invoice discrepancy occur. Overall, although Pharmacy Al-Arif is established a practical record management system, improvement in digital organization, storage facility, and correspondence tracking would further strengthen its record management practices. Thank you.
Now, I'm going to talk about the suggestion for improvement of Pharmacy Al-Arif Pharmacy. So the first one is improve physical and digital file organization. The pharmacy should organize both paper and digital records more systematically. Important documents such as invoices, stock records, petty cash, and consignment files should be stored in clearly labeled folders, for example, both physical and in Google Drive. This is important to avoid loss, damage, or confusion when assessing records. The pharmacy should also keep a printed copy of important digital records, such as the medicine list, and in case of internet problems. So the second one is build a proper records room. Currently, the pharmacy does not have a special room for storing records. A records room is important to keep files safe, organized, and easy to access. So the room should be clean, secure, and equipped with suitable cabinets. It should also have a proper temperature, humidity, ventilation, and limited light exposure to protect the records from damage. Third, establish a records retention and disposal schedule. The pharmacy should have a clear schedule that states how long each type of record should be kept and when it can be disposed of. For example, in all of the invoices, employee files, petty cash records, and correspondent should have their own retention periods based on legal, financial, and operational needs. This helps ensure the compliance with the National Archives Act 2003 and supports more systematic records management. Lastly, carry out more frequent internal checks. Besides the yearly audit by headquarters, the pharmacy should conduct small internal checks more regularly. This helps the staff identify errors early, update the records on time, and improve record accuracy throughout the year. It will also make the annual audit process easy and more efficient. In conclusion, Pharmacy Al Arif has applied basic records management practices. The strengths include file classification, Google Drive storage, and compliance with Act 629. However, some weaknesses were found, such as the absence of SOPs, a proper digital system, a records room, and communication tracking. To improve, the pharmacy should align its practices with ISO 15489 by strengthening filing, creating a records room, setting a records disposition schedule, and conducting regular audits. Overall, better records management can improve efficiency, performance, and quality of health services. That's all from us. Thank you.